Josh, is it a pretty simple equation for you this weekend?
Oh, I wish. Yeah, I wouldn't quite say simple, but yeah, we understand it's a simple fix from Friday night to Sunday, that's for sure.
How would it feel emotionally for you to have a 15-win season and miss out on finals?
To be fair, I haven't thought about that, to be honest. Just, not something I'll think about until, if that does happen. But, we're not prepared to be done next week, that's for sure.
Did you set the stage right on Friday night, you reckon?
I don't think so, nah. I think that's I think that's the wrong term to use. I think we were just went away from what our best is and, clearly played a really good opposition and they challenged us in a lot of ways, but I don't think stage fright was the issue.
How did it go the wrong way for you?
Just went away from the things that we value and what we play for. And it clearly left us vulnerable in a few situations and Brisbane took their opportunities when they had them.
Josh, do you reckon Brisbane's found the model to beat? I know the Bulldogs are saying that, 147 uncontested marks. How do you explain that? I think it was 90 more than you guys. Was that part of the reason they won?
I think it had a bit to do with it, yeah, but I'm not going to solely place it on the uncontested game. There was plenty of other, issues within our game other than the uncontested marks that we gave up.
What do you think they were trying to do to you? What have you talked about in the review in terms of that number?
Clearly we want to limit teams to a lot less than that. It was more of a, to see if they could pick us apart, in which they did, and we didn't deal with that well. And usually we do deal with things like that really well. It was just, unfortunately Friday night we didn't.
Do you reckon you can combat it if the Bulldogs try to bring that sort of style?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like we've done it really well all year. We've worked well together, Team D-wise, and we had a couple of sessions to train this week, which will be really good to fine-tune that and sharpen it up for Sunday.
And 9 days break, do you reckon, that's good in one way, isn't it? Because everyone will be cheering right, but it's a long time to wait to play, isn't it, from a player's perspective?
Yeah, it is. We've just had 3 days off, and I think it's been really good for the guys to have a mental and physical freshen up, because it has been quite a taxing year, and for a lot of guys who have played every week, it's been really big. So, we come off 2 6-day breaks as well, so really good for the guys just to chill out and do their own thing for a couple of days. The boys spent a bit of time together, and we're back in today, and get the ball rolling again.
Those 6-day breaks, did you notice that? Did you feel it over the weekend?
Yes and no, but it's just part of the AFL season and how it goes. It's a brutal industry that we play in physically, so it does take a toll on you, but it's just part of it.
As a group, Josh, when you've, over the course of this year, when you have gone away from the way that you play, do you feel like you've shown the ability to bounce back as a team?
Yeah, I think so. And, the vision we watched today is, you sit there and just laugh at it almost because we go away from what we value and, there's such an easy fix to what we value and, what's going to help us win next week.
What were some of those things that you looked at and shook your head?
Oh, just like Team D stuff, like to allow a team to have the uncontested marks that they did, really pick us apart and then, bringing your mates into the game, forward 50, capitalising on opportunities and, really doing it as a collective 23 rather than, a few individuals and things like that.
You talk about composure post-game. You ended, unfortunately, into where you have to mark up and play on rather than taking a set shot. Have you reflected on the composure side of things for yourself?
That's part of it. Footy's a funny game. I think Bruce actually kicked a goal 20 seconds later anyway, so I wasn't too upset with that moment. Clearly I'd like it back, but before that I think I kicked 2 goals when we hadn't kicked one. So, I feel like I got the best of both ends on the weekend.
What about the forwards in general, the whole team in general, missing shots early? When that happens, how do you get everyone back on track? Right? Because there can be a feeling of, I have to say to whoever gets the ball in their hands at that point to go.
Yeah, it was a challenge and clearly it was magnified because we felt like we were doing a lot right and the scoreboard wasn't reflecting that. It almost becomes on the individual there for a moment when they've got their chance to trust them trust themselves and really step up in the moment and knock it over for us.
How do you weight this history when you know that, what happened last year for the team, and everyone's trying to talk about winning the first premiership and trying to do all these things, and your fans talk about it differently to what other fans would. How do you find that expectation and that constant focus around the club itself?
Yeah, clearly understanding that it's there, and I feel like it's more of a external narrative than it is on the inside, because what we're trying to value inside these four walls is probably a lot different to what the fans want. Although we're trying to achieve the same goal, we're just going about it differently. And what we do every day, every week to set us up to perform weekends is what's going to hold us in a good spot.
Was there any sense that maybe you thought sentiment might get you across the line with Fifey's retirement announcement and all that stuff? Was that a distraction, or to talk us through that?
No, I don't reckon. I feel like it happened early enough in the week that we had enough time to, celebrate and acknowledge Fifey's career. But we were well aware that it was just part of the week, and we were going to continue the great week's prep that we had.
How do you feel about hitting the road?
There you go.
How do you feel about hitting the road this week?
Yeah, just another exciting challenge for us. Like I said, we get to train a couple of times this week, extended break, rally the troops together. We get on the plane, head over to Melbourne, and have hopefully a really good performance on Sunday.
Do you take confidence from some of those big wins that you've had over East this season?
Definitely, yeah, we did put that in our stride for sure, and take it with us on Sunday, because we know that our best is good enough.
Good gut feel on Hayden now.
Hopefully it plays. Yeah, be a great addition for us. Clearly I feel he has some stuff to go through, I think, with medical stuff, but yeah, that's out of my hands, but it would be great to have Youngie back for sure.
Has he looked, I know you haven't done a lot, but how has he looked in the progression, I suppose, across the entire time he's coming back?
To be fair, I don't think we've trained with him much the last couple of weeks, especially since the last injury. He's been doing a lot of sessions on days that we're playing in the morning. So, to be honest, I haven't had eyes on him, but he always looks pretty good, Youngie.
JT, can you take us through Jhin OSullivans' role in the forward line? Because obviously he must be playing some sort of role. He's come in for a fair bit of criticism, particularly from the weekend. You obviously want to keep him in that forward line. You think it's important, but he's playing a different sort of role, is he, where he doesn't get the ball as much or something?
I wouldn't say he's playing a different role, no. It's just I feel like we're impacting in different ways, and we've had a lot of change. And I feel like a lot of stepping up in our forward group this year that's, allowed guys to probably take a bit more of a back seat, and we're scoring more as a collective rather than relying on a few individuals, which it may seem like the Jai's not having the impact that the fans or everyone else thinks that he should, when he's still well and truly impacting for us, with or without the ball. And, I love playing with Jai, and, for the next however many years we play together, he'll continue to shine for us.